Unearth the restless spirits of the Wild West as you delve into South Dakota's past. The historic town of Deadwood, nestled in the infamous Black Hills, is not just a relic of gold rushes and gunslingers. It's a vibrant hub of paranormal activity. Many of its most famous figures, including Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane, are said to still roam its streets and saloons. Visitors and residents frequently report ghostly apparitions in historic buildings, disembodied voices, phantom footsteps, and objects moving on their own. A chilling testament to the town's violent and untamed history, where some legends never truly die.
This was supposed to be a basic summer gig, fixing fences, earning cash. But there's one stretch of land I won't go near again. I took a seasonal job last year working fence lines in western South Dakota. The area bordered part of the Cheyenne River Reservation. I wasn't from around there, I'm from Iowa, but I'd done some ranch work and knew how to patch wire and set posts. The guy who hired me was an older rancher named Bill. Grizzled, quiet, chain-smoked like it kept him breathing. He gave me a map, pointed out where the line had sagged, and said, "Just follow the markers. Skip the east fence near the cottonwoods, it's fine." He didn't explain why. That first week, I stayed busy, fixing barbed wire, hammering new nails, resetting rotten posts. The land was dry and windy, wide open. Sometimes I wouldn't see another person for hours, just cows and sky. Then, one morning around 6:30, I came up on a stretch near the eastern side. Close to the line he told me not to worry about, but something caught my eye. A post, maybe 50 yards past the usual boundary, older than the rest, weathered and carved. I walked over to it. The wood was split at the top, like it had been clawed. Not cut, clawed. 4 distinct gashes, each about an inch deep, cleaned through the grain. Below that, carved into the surface, were symbols I didn't recognize. Not letters, not English. Maybe tribal, but I didn't want to assume. And at the base, fresh dirt, like someone had been digging. The grass hadn't grown back. I stared at it for a long time. Then I took a photo. That night I showed it to Bill over dinner. He glanced at it once and said, "Delete that." I laughed. "What?" He looked up. "Delete it. Now." He set down his beer and leaned in. "We don't fix that side." "Why not?" He paused. "Because they don't want us to." "Who's they?" Bill lit a cigarette and didn't say anything else for the rest of the night. The next morning, my map had been changed. Someone circled areas in red, new assignments. All of them pointed west. No more mention of the east fence. I didn't argue. But 3 days later, curiosity got the better of me. I went back. Midday, bright sun, no wind. The carved post was gone. In its place was a fresh one. New wood, freshly dug in, no markings, no scratches. But at the base was a small object half buried in the dirt. A cigarette, burnt down halfway, Bill's brand, still warm. I backed away. When I got to the truck, I called Bill. Before I could speak, he said, "Don't go back there again." I asked him how he knew I had. He hung up. Later that evening, a local from the reservation stopped by the ranch. Older man, calm but serious. He said he'd heard someone had been near the marked line. He didn't accuse me, just warned me. "That side's not yours to fix." It never was. I nodded and said I understood. He nodded back. Before he left, he pulled something from his jacket, a small wooden token carved with the same symbol from the post. "I'd keep this close," he said, "just in case you already brought something back." That night, my phone glitched out. The screen flickered and turned white, deleting the photo I'd taken. Every night after, I heard scraping sounds outside my window, like nails dragging across wood. I left the job early. The token? I still have it. And the sound? It followed me for a while, but it's quiet now, mostly. I thought it was just old junk, until the GPS said it was following me. I've been into urban exploring for years. Ghost towns, abandoned factories, roadside relics. I'm careful about it. Never steal, never damage, never go alone. Last September, I drove through South Dakota and hit a small mining ghost town I'd marked months earlier. It's not on any official maps, just a half-mile dirt road off Highway 44 that leads to a collapsed storefront, a brick jail, and a church steeple barely standing. The air was dry, sky overcast, and I hadn't seen another car for at least 20 minutes. Perfect conditions. I parked, geared up, boots, flashlight, mask for dust, and started filming. I took some wide shots, walked through the old general store, or what was left of it, and moved on toward what looked like a barber shop or office building. The entire front wall was gone, just open space and foundation rubble. I spotted something shiny under a pile of broken shelves. I kicked a few boards aside and pulled it out. It was a small black GPS tracker, commercial grade, real clean, still powered. I thought, weird. Did someone else leave this? Out of habit, I turned on my phone's hotspot and linked the tracker to an app I'd downloaded for work. I'd used them before for gear inventory. It pinged a location. Mine. I froze. The last recorded movement was an hour ago. Then it refreshed. The new ping was closer, like behind me. I spun around. No one. No tracks in the dust. No car engine. Just the wind pushing through the door frame. I pocketed the tracker and got back to the car fast. The whole way, I kept checking over my shoulder. Every gust of wind felt like breath on my neck. Inside the car, I locked the doors and refreshed the tracker again. New ping, 50 feet. I stared out the window. Nothing. Turned on the ignition, drove fast, didn't stop. I pulled into a gas station 30 minutes later and got out. Left the tracker on the curb and sped off. I figured that was it. But 2 days later, I got a text from a number with no caller ID. You dropped something. Attached was a photo of me, standing in the ghost town, holding the tracker. The angle was from behind me, from inside the collapsed building, right where I found it. My mom used to volunteer at that church. I never expected to find her name locked behind a door no one remembered. I was 16 when I started volunteering at an old Catholic church in South Dakota. Not religious, just needed community hours for school, and they offered free pizza after events. My mom was weirdly supportive of it. Said she used to help out there back in the day, even drop me off sometimes. The place was half empty most Sundays. Big stone building, creaky floors, drafty windows. My job was simple. Stack chairs, take out trash, sweep the basement after youth group. The basement was always cold. Long hallway, low ceiling, weird hum from the water heater. At the far end was a pile of old pews leaned against the back wall. I'd walk past them every time, never thought twice. One Thursday, I came in early, thought I'd finish up fast and leave. The pews were moved, stacked to the side, and behind them, a door, steel, no handle, just a tiny hole where a knob should have been. The frame was clean, no dust, like it had been opened recently. I told the church coordinator. She blinked like she'd never seen it before. "That's odd," she said. "We don't use that part of the basement." I asked if I should check it out. She shook her head. "Just stack the pews back. Someone probably moved them for repairs." That night, I told my mom about it. She went quiet, real quiet, just said, "That door's always been there. Don't open it." The next week, I came in late. Everyone had left. Basement lights were still on. I walked to the end of the hall, and the door was wide open. No chairs, no pews. Inside, a small empty room. Bare walls, one folded sleeping bag on the floor, and a single wallet. I stepped in, heart pounding, and flipped it open. Inside was a South Dakota driver's license. My mom's, but it was from 1998. Same name, same face, same birth date. It looked new. I took a photo of it and stepped back. That's when the door slammed shut. Pitch black. I panicked, slammed my fists on the door, tried to force it open, but it held tight. Then I heard footsteps. Not on the other side. Inside the room. Slow. Approaching. I spun, shining my phone flashlight around. Nothing. Empty walls. Until I looked at the sleeping bag again. It was unzipped. And no longer empty. I don't remember leaving, just running. Somehow the door opened. I don't know how. I quit volunteering the next day, told my mom what I found. She said, "That license was stolen years ago, from my purse. Never turned up." I deleted the photo from my phone. But sometimes when I'm scrolling through my camera roll, it reappears. Same license, same room, different photo, taken from behind me.